Hey everybody, I'm driving down the road. Denise is on break actually for work in the back seat. And I wanted to make a video. I just explained to Denise, actually we can get Denise's opinion too on what she thinks. But we run an Airbnb remotely, always have. It's always been remote. And of course I'm managing it now while we're taking a road trip. And I had an incident which we will have from time to time where somebody wants to cancel and get a refund. Everybody wants a full refund, first of all, as you probably know, especially with Airbnb. Airbnb is different than a hotel because in a hotel, you've got like hundreds of rooms. And if somebody cancels, no problem, you would account for that. You've got like another hundreds of rooms and all these other guests that want to book all the time, and you're constantly having availability. But with an Airbnb like we have, like a detached house, a cabin in the woods on the mountain in New Hampshire, we only have one booking available. So when somebody cancels, that's a big deal. And that's why we have the cancellation policies in place. And Airbnb gives you a choice of the policies that you can put in place for your guests when they want to cancel, because inevitably somebody does want to cancel. So back in the day, after I bought the place in 2018, 19, even in 2020, I think, I had a very lax cancellation policy because I was new to the business and I just wanted anybody to go ahead and be able to book this place and not have to think twice about it. But as I've become much more experienced with this, I've realized that I can't do that. If you have the laxest cancellation policy, you're just going to get anybody booking and anybody canceling on a whim, and that is not good. Especially when you got cleaners to set up and everything. I don't want my cleaner and handyman people, which can only go in and work on the house when nobody's there, to not know when they're going to be able to do their next job, or to be constantly booking and canceling the same date. It's also not fair to them if you think about that. And your cleaner and your handyman, your contractor, that is like your team. Without a good team like that, you are going to have a terrible experience as a host, and you'll never get to be a super host, that's for sure. And actually, we just became a super host recently in the past few weeks, which is amazing considering the amount of problems we've had. If you've watched my videos on this channel, you know what I'm talking about. Or just search up this channel. It's on Mike Young Real Estate. So, in this case, here's what happened. Early this morning, actually it was last night, somebody sent in a booking request. And usually I don't block any dates off unless we're going to be there. And we've only been there like once this year. We might go again, maybe. But, or there has to be some work done on the house. Or my cleaner's out of town, which she's rarely out of town. She's really an awesome person, and been a great experience having her as the cleaner and being able to employ her too. It's been real steady money for her, which is great. So she told me that next Monday, the 15th, she cannot clean. She's going to be gone. No cleaning can take place at all. So if there's a guest that can check in on that morning, well, we have somebody leaving on the 14th, we can't do it. She can't clean the house. So I blocked it off. So sure enough, a booking comes in on the 16th. And usually that's no problem. But this person, it seems like whenever somebody wants something, they want everything. They become so picky. That's just, most guests, like the 80-20 rule. 80% of the guests, they give you no problems at all. But it's this 20% that give you all the problems in the world. And they all want all these different things. So this person said, I want to check in at noon. 3 p.m. is our check-in. So I said, no, okay, I texted him back first thing in the morning. I got up early this morning, like 5 o'clock or something like that. And I said, I need to check with our cleaner, make sure we can get the place cleaned first. I checked with her. I waited till like 8 o'clock. She got back to me by like 8:39. And she said, yeah, I can do it. So I said, all right. I went ahead and told the guy, yes, she can do it. I booked him. It automatically charges his card right away. He's booked. Sent off the new calendar to my handyman contractor who needs to do work. We're actually trying to mount our Starlink up to a tree. We have like 100-foot tall trees there, and I'm trying to mount it. We're trying to mount it up on the tree. He can only do that when nobody's there. Cleaner can only clean when nobody's there. She needs to know she needs to clean by noon that day, which she already said she could do. So they all signed up. Then, within the last hour, because it's 12:30 right now in the afternoon, I get a notification. I just read it about 15 minutes ago, because I don't get it. No, can't constantly check all my notifications. And the guy said, I want to cancel. What do I do? The weather's going to be bad. That's what he said. That's what he gave me as a reason. The weather's going to be bad. This is 5 days from now. Denise, what do you think? It's one thing for the weather to be bad, like there's a tornado when they're driving up and they can't drive up in it, right? But 5 days from now?
A snowstorm or something. Nobody knows.
What's going to happen? It's the summer in the mountains in New Hampshire. What's going to happen? What could possibly go wrong in 5 days?
The weather's going to be perfect in 5 days.
Okay, yeah, we don't even have air conditioning at that house because you don't need it in the summertime. So anyway, that's the excuse. And I said, well, like I tell the same thing to every guest. I recommend you tell this to every guest. We don't handle cancellations. You need to, if you want to cancel, you need to contact Airbnb directly and they will tell you the policy. I don't even get into the refunds or anything because I don't even remember what it is. But I know that, as far as I know, I have it dialed down, so I have the strictest cancellation policies possible, and I gave you the reasons for that. It's not because I'm being selfish, it's because I have a team to look out for, and if I keep screwing them over and making their life a living hell, basically, by having an easy cancellation policy, they're not going to want to work for me anymore. And it's very hard to find good people. So he got in touch with Airbnb. Then I got a message back from Airbnb. I guess they tried to call me. I always have my ringer off. I never have my ringer on. If you ever tried to contact me, unless I'm expecting a really important call, then I'll turn it off of do not disturb mode. Anyway, they said in the text, well, this person says that, the weather's going to be bad and didn't realize that. He wants to get a full refund. Can you please make an exception this time? It'd be really nice if you made an exception and help this person out. And I'm thinking, I can't believe Airbnb said that. The weather's going to be bad in 5 days, right? Airbnb even agreed with this person.
New Hampshire in summer.
Yeah, they agreed with this person, and I guess they need to look out for both ends of it, right? They need to give customer service on both ends, but that's just ridiculous. So I responded to them in a calm way without being sarcastic or anything, but I just said, in 5 days, nobody can predict the weather accurately 5 days out. Nobody. And I have a feeling there's going to be really great weather on that day in 5 days. That's what I said. That was my response. So the other thing I said, this is what I recommend you say whenever anyone has to cancel for any reason whatsoever, because do not think that what they're telling you is even the truth, all right? Even though this weather thing sounds outrageous and they're just making it up, they probably are making it up. There's probably another reason, all right, that we don't even know about. So don't assume that you are going to ever even find out what the real reason is on an Airbnb cancellation. So I say to them, I want to enforce and comply, and we will do whatever the policy is that the renter or the guest agreed to when they booked the stay. I want to continue. I want that to be the policy. We don't want to make any changes because we all agreed on it. We know we all agreed on it. They wouldn't have booked it if they didn't agree to it. They have to agree to it. And then I said, and you have to be real particular about how you say this because you don't get all the money that comes back to you. You only get a certain amount. Even on a refund, or even on a cancellation, or even anytime you're paid, there's always fees that Airbnb takes out. They never give you all the money, and then of course, cleaning fees have to be paid out and stuff like that. In this case, there's not going to be any cleaning fees because if it cancels soon enough, I will just cancel the cleaner and she won't show up. But I say that just in case I can't cancel the cleaner, because sometimes, she's already got the time reserved. And no matter what, I say, if we can rebook those exact full amount of dates with another guest, then and only then will I pay back the money that was given to me under the cancellation policy, like the net amount, to this guest. That's what I said to Airbnb, so I want them to relay that to the guests. And actually, it's best if you have Airbnb relay that. You always want to get like someone in the middle. It's always actually a good reason why you have a property manager too. I'm doing all my own property management. It takes away that emotional component. Like they're not dealing with me directly, even though this person did reach out to me directly. But like I told them, we follow the Airbnb policy, which is the truth. I can't cancel the reservation for him. I can't give him a refund. Actually, that's going outside of Airbnb, and Airbnb doesn't want you to do that ever. They always want you to operate within their app so that they can see everything that's going on. Basically, it's for liability purposes for them. So we'll see how this plays out, but that's what I did. I just finished up with it, and that's fine, because if someone books for the same days, I'm happy to refund. Let's say under the policy I get $150 to me. Well, if the cleaner can't cancel, I'm going to have to pay out $110 or whatever it is to the cleaner. I lost that. I still got $40. But if someone rebooks for the whole time, then I'll just take that $150 and I'll just Venmo it or something over to the guest, right? Just give them the money directly. and that way they probably realize if they're going to cancel, they're never going to see this money again, probably. But that'll be a great bonus because, and I have done this, especially on high demand weekends, you will almost certainly be able to re-rent the place. But during the week, and actually this one was the during the week one, that's questionable. Although July and August are like the busiest times up in the mountains in the north. So you never know. We may end up getting a re-renter there, and that's what I recommend. Do you have anything to add to this, Denise? Denise is just hearing this from me because she's been working while I was working on this.
No, people should read the cancellation policy before they book. It doesn't say free cancellations on your listing, does it?
No, I have the strictest. We used to have the most lenient cancellation policy and refund policy available. Now we have the absolute strictest policy available. And like I said, that's to protect my relationship with the cleaner and the handyman and the contractor, right? So they don't have to keep redoing their schedule, because anytime there's a cancellation, they have to redo their schedule, and that's a pain in the butt.
Were there a lot of changes back when you had it with open cancellations?
There were, well, I'd say there was a significant amount more. I'd say probably double, triple the amount of cancellations. Yeah.
Do you have the cleaner monitor your schedule, or do you send her screenshots?
I just send screenshots. I mean, you can get apps and you can connect directly, but that assumes that she's going to remember to check it and even know that somebody booked. So what I do is anytime somebody books, just with my cleaners, I will screenshot and send to my handyman and my cleaner so that they know that there's been an update, and I tell them what's been updated each time.
Yeah, you do a great job coordinating that. I wouldn't want any more frequent changes with the free cancellations.
Yeah, so that's it. And if you have any experiences with this, let me know in the comments. I will probably do, if there's some kind of crazy follow-up to this, I will give it to you. But I have a feeling I know how this is going to play out, because it's played out the same way so many times, which is they'll be okay with it. The guests will be okay with it, and they'll learn from it. And like Denise said, they hopefully will not book again unless they are totally sure. And this person there was a lot of back and forth. They had a lot of time to back out, so I don't know what the real reason is. We'll never know. Let me know your experiences in the comments. And if this has been helpful, of course, give us a thumbs up. Definitely, that'll help our channel. And subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.